Joining us now, we have a solution for our "we are not talking to a quarterback for the Houston Texans" problem.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We had that problem for a long time.
Yeah, we did.
And then all of a sudden, this guy drops into the scene. Last year, we got a chance to chat with him. And we talked to him as if we're like amazed because I'm not sure anybody outside of the Texans organization, Stanford, and this guy's friends knew how good and how quick he was going to get acclimated to NFL football. Not being chatted about enough, Kyle Van Noy actually said, I'd like to give a shout out to a young quarterback that has really impressed me with his knowledge and how quickly he's become an NFL player, and that's Davis Mills in Houston. Other players are saying the same thing. We got to watch him perform and chat with him. We learned his name, although giving him a nickname in the process, which I'm sure he doesn't love. Joining us now, starting quarterback for the Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, Davis Dougie Mills.
Yay! What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on again.
Hey, people are calling you Dougie, I heard. Is that real?
I've heard it bounce around a couple times.
Hate it? Hate it?
I don't mind it. It comes from good people.
Okay.
Here we
Okay,
go.
Dougie!
Dougie!
Hey, we're a big fan, Dougie. That mustache looks fantastic. How's
Yes.
training camp going? How are the vibes down there, pal?
I appreciate it. Everything's going well. Trying to beat the Texas heat. I think we're ready to get rolling. These preseason games are coming up quick, so the guys are ready for it, and we're excited.
Obviously, going into year two here, a little bit more comfort. Now, granted, new head coach, but you still got pep around. There's still a lot of the normalcy, I think, around the building. Last year, expectations outside of Houston were not high. You guys came in and outperformed them. Obviously, still have a lot of room to go. But how do you feel coming into a second camp knowing you're the guy? That has to be pretty empowering. And have you experienced that at all?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think coming into it, knowing you're the guy, the assurance you have from your teammates and the coaches in the offseason kind of allows you to go out there and play a little more free. Obviously, second year in the league, you pick up on a lot of things that you didn't know beforehand. So kind of getting thrown in there early last season. It's kind of thrown in the fire. But as you start to settle down, you're able to get comfortable and go out there and play confident. I really feel like I've done that leading up this whole offseason, leading into camp. So I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now, and I think the team's clicking, so we're excited for it.
Hell yeah.
What's it take for you to get comfortable out there when you're thrown in there and you know, probably seems like it's going 1,000 miles an hour at first? Like, is it one throw? Is it one play or something that you see that makes you kind of settle in?
Yeah, I mean, usually it's that once that first ball gets released out of your hand, you can tell pretty early on if it's going to be a good one or bad one. And then, like a lot of people always say, is that first time you get hit or take a hit, you kind of get settled into the game and shake a couple things off and get ready to roll. But I mean, the biggest thing, quarterback-wise.
Dougie, you need to fucking get rid of that. Okay, Joe Burrow had that. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Joey Burrow. He needs to get hit, and he's in there. Andrew had the same thing. Like, he wakes up or whatever.
He's got his teeth knocked out.
Hey, Dougie, we don't need you. Okay, we need you punch yourself in the face maybe before. Okay, you know what I mean?
Just we're working on it.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm sorry, but you said the most important part. Go ahead. I think you were about to get into the mental part.
I was gonna say basically just going out there and having an idea of what you're going to with certain play calls and like what you're attacking on the defense, being able to anticipate that. Just going out and reacting rather than just guessing or trying to think through things out on the field because you're going to be too slow when you have to do that.
I think AJ was also trying to hit on a broader point. Was there a moment last year during the season, a play, maybe you read what was going to happen and you were like, all right, I'm starting to get the hang of this? Because Patrick Mahomes didn't come out until like 2.5 years after he was in the league, and he said, I just started understanding NFL defenses like midway through the year last year. Was there a moment last year where you thought you were maybe catching up to what was going on, or are you still kind of going through the disguise and NFL defenses are much different than college defenses face, you think?
I mean, I don't know if there's any key moments. I think the low point was the Buffalo Bills game early in the season where I thought I was seeing certain things and ended up being the exact opposite, and I was giving the ball away. But I think once I went in there later in the season, you're able to kind of pull from the reps earlier in the season where you're seeing things that defense are trying to do disguise-wise and just go out there and attack. And, I mean, really just see the space that defenses are giving up in coverages or in man and really attack that and letting your playmakers on the edge win for you.
I remember when Pep came to Indianapolis, Luck was here too, and Luck, obviously, you Stanford guys have massive brains. I mean, massive brains. You're in your own way. You're unique. I think you're different than the super smart schools. I think Stanford people are Stanford people. I think in Stanford people understand that. I think Coach David Shaw even told me that, where that when they recruit, they meet a kid and they're like, you're a Stanford person. Like, you're supposed to be there. I think it's a certain way. So when Pep came in with Luck, there was a lot of conversation around the rest of the offense. I was like, hey, this isn't Stanford. Like, there's some guys here that don't have Stanford brains. How much has Pep Hamilton helped in this entire process? And what would you say about him being around you now for 2 years in that team as almost a staple almost of you guys going forward with Lovey?
Oh, I mean, it's been great. I think Pep, I mean, when we're installing the stuff now, he's still pulling up that old indie film with Andrew at the helm. And
smart.
I mean, it's exciting. A lot of success in his past, and I feel like he's going to put everyone in really good situations and really good spots for themselves to kind of execute at their highest level in that regard. And then, I mean, it shows a lot of confidence with him and Lovey stepping up into the new roles. I think the team has a really good mindset and everyone's confident moving forward. I think we have a lot of really good pieces around the team that we know we're able to go out and perform. And I mean, we're excited and itching at the bit for that first week.
Itching at the bit.
Do you have any kind of any plan for what your play time might be throughout these preseason games?
Not yet. I'm sure we'll get sorted out.
Do you want to play?
Yeah, do you want to? And this, you just said that you like to get hit, though, too. So maybe they shouldn't, you know what I mean? Maybe you shouldn't be making this.
Play as much as possible without getting hit. But, I mean, it comes with it. But, yeah, I mean, every rep's a valuable rep. And, I mean, the more I can play, the better.
Training camp, every period, is you treat it by itself? Like, are you trying to, do you have mapped out goals for this season and for training camp? Or is it just you just worry about the day in front of you and just kind of keep it moving?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's day to day. Obviously, you get kind of built in the schedule once you get more into the game weeks where you're knocking off different installs and game planning things day to day, whether it be third down, red zone, stuff like that. But right now it's kind of day by day, period by period, play by play throughout practices, making sure we're going through and being clean on our installs and really finding out what plays we like heading into the season so we can get back to our foundation.
You have a solid memory, huh?
I think so.
Like photographic?
I piece things together. I wouldn't say it's perfectly photographic because I feel like I try to, when I go out there, delete as much as possible so I can have the least on my plate and keep it simple. But, I mean, I think I remember some good stuff.
It feels like, and I might be mistaken here, but I've got an opportunity to watch very good football players play from pretty close up. That is like the most important thing. Right? I feel like the mental is a big deal. That's why Mac had success because it feels like he was able to pick things up. Joey Burrow feels like he had success early. Patrick Mahomes had success early because they were able to get in there. Do you sense that? Like, okay, I can make every throw. Is there a moment where it's like, I know my brain can keep up, my body can keep up? Or did you come into the NFL knowing you were going to be an NFL guy? Was there anything that like happened that made you go, okay, I'm going to be able to figure this out quickly? Was there ever any worry about not being able to pick up an NFL offense? I mean, probably never, right? You're a fucking brainiac of a human.
No, I mean, I think I've always been extremely confident in myself. I was told at a young age, basically, there's a fine line between confident and cockiness, and you want to be dancing on it. Obviously, you want to be on the confident side, but I mean, I've always had full trust in my abilities, and I'm ready to just go out there and perform and show everyone what I can do.
Baseball player, any other sports?
I played football, basketball, and baseball growing up. And got a black belt in Choi Kwon Do at a young age. What? A little bit of everything.
So you
in what?
Taekwondo.
Choi Kwon Do. It's a Korean form of martial arts.
What is it? Strikes, throwing.
Troy Kwon Do.
Choi Kwon Do. Yeah, look it up.
Troy Kwon Do.
Yeah, read a book, AJ.
Is that what you're saying? Troy Kwon Do.
Choi.
Choi.
CHOI. Yes.
Strikes, throwing, leverage. What is it?
A little bit of everything. Self-defense, discipline. But yeah, you
still
had to memorize a bunch of. No, not anymore.
Smart. When you retire, though.
Never lose that black belt.
Yeah. Black belt's a big deal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have to walk through and they just beat the shit out of you with that thing? Is that happening?
Punching through boards, throwing ninja stars, a little bit of everything.
Oh, from throwing ninja stars to throwing dukes in NFL games. Look at the headline there. Pretty good basketball player, I assume. Yeah, could have been good at any sport, good at every sport.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty cool. I played on a pretty good AAU team growing up. Had a couple of top 10 NBA draft picks that I played with. I think the best we ever got was maybe 4th in AAU Nationals.
Jeez. Who was on the team?
Wendell Carter, Colin Sexton, Connor Hayward, and then a bunch of other kids who either played D1 football or basketball.
Were you a dog out there? Are you dunking on folks, or what are we shooting? What type of game did you?
Shooter, slasher, defense, a little bit of everything.
Oh, you're smacking the floor.
Wow.
Yes. Setting the tone.
Yeah, absolutely. Connor, your question for Dougie Mills.
Yeah, Dougie, Pat mentioned at the start, I got another story behind the mustache because it looks like after practice you go to like a small town in Texas and you're the sheriff of the town. Yeah. How did that come about, and was this like a plan going into training camp?
Get the cowboy hat.
No, it was a split-second decision while I was shaving. I think my facial hair kind of goes in cycles. Like, I get sloppy and let it grow out, and then decide either shave it off or shave everything but the mustache. And this was the leave the mustache phase. So we'll see how long it lasts.
Do you guys have gong shows or rookie shows down there at Texans camp? And is anybody impressed?
There's been a couple good ones. I think right now Damian Pierce might have the award for the rookies.
Sing? What do you do?
Singing and dancing, yes.
Wow. Go ahead, AJ.
Can you recreate that for us here?
I cannot.
Oh, that's a shame. What's Lubby like? Lubby came into the office. I wasn't in there, but he came in there and drained a bucket and walked off and seemed super cool. When I talked to different people that played for him, seems like a guy that really likes to take care of his players, but also holds you accountable. Is that kind of what you've seen?
Definitely. I mean, I think we all have a lot of confidence in him. I mean, he has the past that we can look to and see that he's had a lot of success. And I mean, we're really just feeding off of that. I think he has a really good control of the team right now. Obviously, he takes care of the players. And I mean, we're really excited to get rolling. I think he's going to handle all the stuff on defense, and kind of Pep handles the offense, but they're both kind of pushing us in the right direction. We're, I mean, pumped up to get going.
There's a clip from Hard Knocks tonight that is on HBO at 10 p.m., I believe, of the Detroit Lions. And it's Deuce Staley and Aaron Glenn, two position coaches. Well, Deuce obviously on the offense, AG on the defense, and they're talking shit to each other. And I think Hard Knocks in the past has not fully grasped how coaches also are uber competitive and talk shit. So I was excited to see this clip, and also pumped that the coaches relaxed enough while mic'd up on camera to act how they always act almost. Like, that is something that Pep and Lovey talking shit right now. Offense, defense, are you chirping at all? Is there any chatter at the Houston Texans practice, or is it, hey, we're all professionals here type mode?
We're mostly professionals. Something will come up at some times because, I mean, obviously everyone's uber competitive and full of testosterone pumping up. But, I mean, everyone's excited, get going, especially in that first padded day was something we always look forward to. And they got a little heated, but it was all in good fun.
Yeah, it happens everywhere. And it used to be reported as like a terrible thing. Oh, the coach has no control. Now, I don't want to say it's because of shows like this, but now it's like, yeah, the boys want to fight a little bit. I mean, you gotta let it happen.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta let it happen. Pep Hamilton still in shape? Is he getting a little fat?
No, he's walking around with his aerobics band, riding his bike. I mean, staying in shape, doing push-ups in meetings.
Yeah.
It's the same old Pep.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about, because me and Pep always had a discussion about who was faster. And I always told Pep, like, hey, your old ass, okay, is going to get outrun by a punter. You just need to deal with that, Pep. Like, that is something you just need to deal with. He always had sick J's on. His shoe game, always insane, always working out, super into fitness. I was just hoping he got a little fat, because I was going to take a plane right to your training camp tomorrow, and I was going to have a camera, and I was going to say, hey, Pep, let's go ahead and race. But it turns out he's still in shape. I will wait for him to get lazy. Go ahead, Ty Schmidt.
Dougie, I assume it wasn't this way at Stanford because you have so much on your plate and so much shit going on. But this offseason was, I assume, like the first time in your life that you actually just dedicated everything towards football. Like, is there anything new you picked up going into this year? And are you, like, your internal expectations, are you expecting to make a huge jump this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm ready to make a big jump. I think just going and kind of kicking off on what I've already done and throughout OTAs and training camp, I'm really excited for what physically I'm able to go out there and do. I feel like I got bigger, stronger, and faster this offseason.
What?
Put a lot of work in. But I mean, I think we're at a really good spot with the team and ready to go. But yeah, I think this offseason, different than last year, you actually had a little bit of time to take a break after the year. Cause I mean, coming out of college, you go straight into combine training and pro days and stuff like that. So there's never really time to take a breath. And this year you're able to sit back and relax a little bit and get a couple weeks off after the season, then kind of kick it back off and hit it hard. And I mean, get everything going towards OTAs and to camp. So
that's why that rookie wall is real. That rookie wall is very real for, all rookies, because it's the longest year of your life, and it's the most important one, and it's the one with the thing you've dreamt about your entire life has it in there. Because you have training camp for your senior season or junior season, whatever it is. Then you have your season. Then you have hopefully postseason. Then you have combine training, pro day training. Then you get drafted. Then rookie mini camp is that next week. Then OTAs. Then you have like 3 weeks where you're down, but you have to go back earlier anyways. Training camp, longest season you've ever had in your entire life, including preseason. And then you finally get a breath at the end of that, and you have no structure for the first time in your life. You see a lot of guys, fuck up in this particular time frame, but also a lot of guys get a chance to focus on different things. You were worried you had to get bigger, stronger, faster, or you think this is just natural evolution of Davis Dougie Mills?
I think it's just natural. Obviously, I think I mean, with the schedule and having some more time to just go in and lift and eat good, it comes naturally. But also added some flexibility, added to the golf game a little bit.
Whoa! You a player? You a stick?
Not yet. Just started taking lessons a little bit. Played growing up a little bit. I'm like a 14 or 15 right now.
So you'll be scratching like a year.
That's the plan. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the depression hit me whenever he was like, I'm 14, 15, just started. I was like, this guy's going to be better than me in less than a month. I'm sorry. Go ahead, AJ.
Did you get bulked up a little bit? You plan on running the ball a few more times this year, maybe lowering that shoulder on people?
Uh-oh. I like to get hit.
I thought you said I wasn't supposed to get hit.
Well, you're not. AJ, that guy's an all-time leading tackler for the Packers. Remember that.
I know.
Yeah.
No, adding a little weight just protects you from the times you will get hit. I think I probably came in 5 or 8 pounds heavier than I was playing out last year. So just trying to keep that weight and make sure a lot of times, especially doing training camp down here in Houston, you want to come into camp a little heavy because you're going to lose 8 or 10 pounds every single practice. So, it's hard to keep on that weight down here. So
what is it?
Is it smart about it?
Is it like 100 with like 100% humidity down there every single day?
For the most part, yes.
Oh,
God.
Luckily, though, we're practicing at 8 a.m. now. So, it's not as hot, but I think the humidity might be a little worse with all the dew coming off the grass in the morning. So,
listen, that's a science
behind it. It's a trade-off.
Yeah, it is. But it's also a 6 a.m. wake up every single day right into practice. There is obviously a lot of trade-offs there. I'm not a morning person. Now, granted, it does not matter because punt period's the first period, 5 minutes. All right. Sounds good. I'm in and out of here. But there are some guys that are not morning guys, but their lives and their jobs are dependent upon them performing at 7:30, 8 a.m. in these training camp practices. And I always remember being like, man, I am happy I am not you. I am so pumped. But it beats the heat, so it's either one or the other. Then you guys just have all days. You have walkthroughs in the afternoon and then meetings afterwards. Is it a full day? How is the schedule of training camp?
Yeah, so it's 8 a.m. practice. You get an hour and a half afterwards for either lift time at lunch and all that stuff. And then we start meetings around 1 or so. And then go meetings from 1 to 5:30, and then walk through at the end of the day to finish.
You guys getting better down there, huh? Let's go, Texans. Now you're in the Colts division, obviously. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Season opener.
Yeah, is it?
Yes.
Where, you or us?
It's in Houston.
It's gonna be so fucking hot. Hey, Frank, Chris, get the boys in some garbage bags. It's 100 degrees with 100% humidity out there. Let's go ahead and get the boys ready. Last question for you here, Davis. We can't thank you enough. Go ahead, Tone.
Davis, Dougie, I want to learn a little bit about your moxie here. Okay, what's your favorite route to rip? What's your favorite type of throw to make?
I would probably say either a big post or a comeback.
Hell yeah.
Really? How about you guys have nets down there? You guys throwing balls?
Yes, we do.
How come I haven't seen you missed? You have not hit the net. Why don't you hit the net one time? Why don't you stop worrying about putting on 8 pounds
We
of
gotta
muscle?
hide the secret weapon from the media.
Oh, the Texans! Hey, you're hitting that thing though. Is that just casual, standard? Every quarterback does those drills, and is it become like a new thing?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's throwing into a net now.
That's more so we just do like little QB competitions after practice. We're not doing those too much in actual Indy drills.
Oh, that is strictly for content then. So the Texans, give
For
us,
the most
Don't
part.
love
feed
content.
us Dougie Mills, draining buckets, please. Good luck with the rest of camp. Good luck with your second year. We can't thank you enough for joining us, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys.
Are you going to keep that? Or you said it cycles. You don't know. You'll get bored with it. And you'll
Yeah,
do
we'll
something.
see. We'll see. I'm still taking opinions.
Keep it.
Well, we like it.
Yeah, keep
Diet,
it.
diet Pat, maybe.
I need to grow it out so it can twirl up it then, put some gel on it.
Oh, like Khan. Khan's got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, and
Shad Khan.
Shad Khan. Tony Khan's dad.
Yes.
Shad Khan, yeah, can do that. Hey, maybe Burnsides too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, connect them.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
All right, legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Davis Mills. We appreciate you.